So this is the kickoff of the project.
I thought demoing this bathroom was gonna be easy.
How is day one going, you might ask?
There is literally pieces of tile in my arm. They literally ripped my fence off. There is a waterfall ocean coming out from under the sink, just pouring. Ah! What the?
So this is the kickoff of the project. Basically, it starts with my plumbers coming and cutting a hole in the basement, ripping out the sewer lateral, replacing the sewer stack. I leave my home in Columbia, Missouri at 4 a.m., drive to the job site. They're late, whatever. During this time, I'm also picking out like the roof shingles. I'm getting the windows repaired. I'm learning the tradesmen like to cut corners, and they're charging me, 18 grand for the sewer. Yeah, I learned a lot during this time. Well, first I was just gonna replace all the plumbing and not demo all the bathrooms, and I had no clue how all this worked in St. Louis. I didn't know about concrete, like wire mesh and all this stuff. And the retro tile was so cute, but it was cracked everywhere. So they're like working and they're like damaging the tiles. Anyway, basically what started as replacing all the plumbing so it would work turned into gutting all the bathrooms. Also, not shown in this episode, but in the next one, I talk about this in the episode where the plumber's like, they turn on all the water and he's showing me, it's so funny, like baby Morgan, like watching my reaction to all this stuff. But basically the plumber was like, look, Morgan, turns on the water and water is just like, there's no sink drain. It's just like literally pouring into the cabinet and all over the floor. And this plumber, which I worked with for many years afterward, was just like, look, this isn't connected, blah, 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 and spraying everywhere. And I was like, that's fine. I get the point. Can we turn off the water? So anyway, we end up having to do all the plumbing, all the water lines, everything in the house. And I was like, in that moment, like, hell yeah, I'm gutting this kitchen. The realtor at the time, my friend now, he was like, don't gut the kitchen, it's fine, just like paint in here or whatever. Like you can't add an island, there's no room, blah, blah, all this stuff. But anyway, of course I gut it, I reconfigure it. So it's a magical kitchen, there's a peninsula, there's so much storage, it's so efficient. There's places to like sit and hang out while you cook. Like I literally only ever ate in my kitchen, my eat-in kitchen. I like rarely use my dining room unless I was hosting a bunch of people. Anyway, that's in the next episode, but basically we break ground on the sewer on a Monday, work on that for the week. I'm like demoing a bathroom upstairs, which this plumber didn't even know existed. And then he saw me demoing it and he was like, Morgan, we have to replace this stack up here too. And I had no clue what that meant. Like there was barnacles and it was rusted cast iron. And I was like, okay. And then I ended up asking him to charge me to have his guys like demo all these spaces because like the tile was not coming off. And I had this little chip thing for a hammer drill. It did not work. Anyway, so this is the beginning of my journey about learning about South City tile, concrete mesh, concrete walls with the wire mesh in it, and plaster and all these things. So it was a whole new journey. So yeah, we broke ground on everything. We decided I had to gut everything. And then I like made the split like call and like going home, getting my siblings were coming up over the weekend. We're ripping out all these cabinets. So we did do that and you'll see that in the next episode. But here's some of the fun journey.
I got up at 4:30 so I could drive to St. Louis and meet the sewer people here by 7:30. I didn't stop to pee because I didn't want to be late. About to pee my pants and they were 45 minutes late and I'm just sitting here still. I've been at this for way too long. Look at all the progress I've made. Nothing. It's because there's concrete behind here. It won't break. On top of that, they found out that I had this bathroom up here and told me that it is also completely effed and they need to open this wall and replumb it for me. And then I can like refinish it. I thought demoing this bathroom was gonna be easy because I just did it on my own. But little did I know St. Louis has concrete walls behind their tile with wire mesh. I don't think I'm gonna finish demoing this tonight. I think I'm going to actually go to work. I need to do some stuff and then maybe I'll get here at 6 in the morning to demo. Look, I cracked the sink. I don't even know what happened. How is day one going, you might ask? It's not going good. It's not going good at all. There is literally pieces of tile in my arm. This story keeps getting better. This is not even close to good yet. Let me show you the current project I'm working on. The bathroom. How long have I been hammering at this? Hours. You know what they don't tell you? I just got off the phone with one of my good friends and she told me that nobody removes tile in St. Louis. Even if it's brown, they keep it. Well, guess what, guys? I have black and white tile. That's probably the best tile option besides like orange or brown or pink. Let me tell you how else this day is going. My plumbers came by and the bid was already over $7,000 to begin with, but we already tacked on another $6,000 today. So when the guys got here this morning, they pulled up in front of my house and all of a sudden they disappeared. And I heard some noises and I heard that they're in the backyard. Well, then I come back here and they have removed my fence. Also, this guy and I are making eye contact. That's weird. They literally ripped my fence off. I already didn't have the $4,500 to redo my whole fence, so I was gonna do that in a year. Now I'm spending $6,000 more on plumbing. Now I have no fence and there's a creepy guy that keeps standing out there and I can't go in the backyard. It continues to get better. I am demoing the bathroom upstairs and someone's shouting. And I come downstairs and he's like, I need to turn on the water, I need to turn on the water. None of them speak English. And then the head guy comes back and I was like, hey, my house has been winterized. We need to turn the water on, but everything I'm reading is like saying different things, but we need to turn it on slowly. He's like, yeah, we do it every day. Walks over to the water, turns it on all the way. And I'm like, ah! What the? This is how pipes bust in your house and you start having water leaking out. Well, guess what, guys? He's turned all the water on all the way. They're like walking around to the different things. I come in here, there is a waterfall ocean coming out from under the sink, just pouring. And then he opens it up and he's like, oh, look, like this isn't hooked up right. Someone used duct tape in here. As he's explaining to me that you cannot plumb with duct tape, water is pouring out. I'm like, sir, can we go turn the water off? Sir, can we go turn the water off? So I'm fine. I'm great. Guys, I have a dilemma. So I have these cute little stained glass windows and I'm missing glass. I'm getting that repaired tomorrow. For this picture window, I love shades, but that would cover the top glass. Maybe I should just do curtain. Here's the bathroom and I'm willing to bet that there is concrete walls behind all this shit too, which I was gonna keep this for now and deal with it later. The plumbers are already talking about how janky and shitty this is, and I'm like, I can't afford to fix that. They're gonna remove all the old cast iron and galvanized that's beneath and in this wall. They're going to rip out this entire wall to get to that. Guys, I'm so confused. There was a little miscommunication. My sink was shattered. So I figured one day I would eventually renovate this bathroom. But it's so cute. And I think I need to renovate it to sell the house, but I really love it. And so I'm trying to decide if while these guys are, and since they broke my sink, if I just ask them to demo the whole thing today so that it's a clean slate and I can actually put stuff back. I could not get that concrete wall out by myself with that wire mesh and everything. What do you guys think? So that is day one, and I did not cry. I don't cry anymore. I'm kind of just dead inside after the last couple of years. I do scream, and mainly I giggle, like hysterically. And that's what I was doing today. And the contractor kept saying, why are you laughing? Why are you laughing? And I was just like, ah. Unpopular opinion, I thought I was going to do a dark roof and I was holding swatches up and I was stepping back and I was looking at my house, and 2 houses down was my neighbor's house and it has a really light roof. It's like almost seafoam, and they do have a little hint of green in some of their bricks, so it goes really well. And I can't use that same color because I don't have green, but I am trying to find the perfect light color roof to match my stone. I have now been sitting at the gas station for 30 minutes making this story for you all, but everyone was commenting that they love the dark roof and I was freaking out, but I already made the decision, so we will see. I forgot that the coronavirus even existed today. Like, I was so concerned with bleeding, blown pipes, Spanish. Is this corn?